switching this damn.
Welcome to another episode of the Fourth Quarter Podcast. I'm your host, Jonathan. I got my boy R. Dot in the building today. What's going on, buddy?
What's the word?
Hey, man, a lot to unpack from this week. First and foremost, my boys got a dub.
No, they say my man's got the Phil jersey on already, bro. Like, bro.
Come on, man. Two back-to-back weeks with 4 touchdowns. Obviously, in my opinion, he was the best quarterback of the week out of all the performances. I mean, it was a hell of a game. I feel like obviously they should be 2-3 right now. We're not gonna get into all that. But just the showing that they had, like they taking the L was just not an option for them, and they showed that. And I'm proud of them for everything that they did. Obviously we had some things happen, like Khalil Herbert got injured, so he's gonna be out for a while.
Yeah.
On the bright side, we do get some players back for this upcoming game against the Vikings. Kyler Gordon comes back. We got Eddie Jackson back, Jalen Johnson back. So the defense should definitely look a little bit better. Hopefully, Jalen Johnson plays with some intensity, because if he don't, we can sub him out and put Terrell Smith there, because that little really been balling.
Yeah, facts.
He been balling. But, yeah, man, another tough injury. Your boy AR.
I was just talking to JB about that. It's for the type of what I was telling JB was like for the type of ball he plays. I guess of course it's not his fault, it's an injury, but his body is fragile. So I wonder, is it from him constantly playing this style of football for a long time? Because they're saying he's on IR indefinitely, but it could be 4 to 8 weeks and possibly longer if he needs surgery. So surgery is still not the question. Like, dang.
I mean, in my opinion, I think y'all should just sit him.
Yeah. But it's actually like we're not in a situation where we can't. Like the Vikings are more in a situation than we are, because we are like second in our division. If not,
y'all were first last week, and then
that's what. So we still
y'all might still be first.
Yeah, we still won. Yeah, and we still won that game last week with Gardner Minshew. So it's one of those things where we might have a chance to be in the playoffs this year, and this is your 4th pick, so you're not gonna, just draft them that high not to do anything with them. So we just gotta wait and see.
I think only reason why I'm saying sit him, I feel like it's a safety precaution thing, because he's gotten injured in every game that he's played.
Yeah, and that's my thing, and it's like it's the flukiest injuries, but he's out of his bones just fragile, his body is just fragile because he had a concussion. I want to say in the preseason it was an injury, but it wasn't too severe. So, yeah.
So, is it safe to say Dak is not him?
Dak, what? I ain't going to say what Shady said, but Dak is not – I'm not going to say because Dak literally – he plays good games and he has bad games. When Dak games are bad, they're bad. But when they're good, people don't talk about it either. Dak is one of the, for me, in my opinion, Dak is one of the top game managers in the NFL. He might not give you the flashy numbers, but Dak will go give you 250, a touchdown or two. And that's what I'm realizing. Those type of quarterbacks are being undervalued, because when you have quarterbacks with these 300-yard pass games, 4 touchdowns, and that's such the wave now. But outside of that game, Dak only had 1 interception thrown the whole season.
Yeah.
So that was a bad game. He sucked that game 100%, but I can still say Dak is better than a lot of starting quarterbacks that we have in the league right now. I tell you that much.
That's fair.
We had a bad game against one of the top secondaries and defenses in the league. I ain't gonna just say secondaries, against one of the top defense. So give me that type of stat line when he playing somebody garbage, then I'll hear it. But it's like that was the 49ers. It was pressure on that game. And honestly, they got to figure out a way to get CeeDee Lamb more involved, because also you have a receiving core. It's like for some reason guys can't get open. I don't know what's going on, because their passing game was so aggressive last year. So yeah, they just got to get it together for real. It's not just on Dak at all.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like these past couple of years, like when they played the 49ers in the playoffs, the blame instantly went to Kellen Moore, the OC.
Oh
Now
yeah.
that he's gone, it's like, okay, well, Mike McCarthy is calling the offense.
Yeah.
Is it him to blame, or like are we
Right.
blaming Dak? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because at the end of the day, regardless of the play call, you got to go out there and perform.
Yeah. That was a bad game, but again, we never hear about when he plays a good game. Nobody talks about him. Nobody
Because I
brings
mean,
him up.
I feel like nobody talks about it because it's expected of him.
That's my thing. But it's like all these other quarterbacks, even some of these quarterbacks that signed big contracts this season. Those conversations don't have to come up when they have bad games. We'll mention, we'll mumble like, hey, you know he over there having a bad game. But when it's Dak, we gonna get the bullhorn out and yell it. Like, that's crazy to me.
I mean, same can be said about this man right here too.
But I feel like his is when Fields plays bad, he plays bad. These last 2 weeks, you ain't seen nothing but Justin Fields in the stat lines, and so he's the one where he gets both sides of the ball. I'm not gonna compare because a lot of the stars they don't get the bad side of the ball, but Justin Fields, when he's good, everybody acknowledges. When he's bad, everybody acknowledges. But Dak, he's a quarterback where like him and Kirk Cousins. Kirk, they're in their own category because they do make mistakes, but when they do play good, you never hear about them. That will say they're in their own category with that.
So I'm glad you brought up Kirk because that's what I was going to go to next. The situation in Minnesota is kind of crazy. You got Justin Jefferson on IR, and
I know.
I saw a report. Yeah,
I drafted him one. I drafted him first pick of the draft, bro. Like, bro, and I'm trying to just fill this void, but I got Ayuk on my bench, so I'm all right. But yeah, I'm just
and then I mean I kind of feel your pain because I drafted Jamar Chase right after, and you saw what he was doing the first couple of weeks, and he finally started to
Yeah, he next right. He next up for sure on that too.
But yeah, I saw a report that was saying that the Vikings asked Kirk Cousins to drop his no trade clause, and he declined to comment on it. So
I didn't think. Let's see that.
I wonder what they're gonna do with him because
it's like
it's not looking good.
And it's like with them being wonderful, even for Kirk, I would feel like Kirk. I don't know how true that is to the simple fact that at this point in career, Kirk, we know even if you're going off the numbers, don't get me wrong. In certain moments, Kirk makes mistakes. He does, but we all know he is essentially not the problem. Even if you look at the numbers, when you look at the defense, each defense that he has had has been a bottom 25 defense in run category, pass. So it's to a certain extent because at one point Minnesota was the highest scoring offense in the NFL. Nobody acknowledges that. Even last season, nobody acknowledges it. But when nobody ever talks about how horrible the defense is playing. It's always how horrible it's somehow Kirk. So if I'm Kirk, I'm leaving. If I'm Justin Jefferson, I'm leaving. That franchise is turning to poverty because for some reason, I don't know why, since Jared Allen left, I can't say they had a top defense. Think about when the last time, and Vikings they were known to have a decent defense, especially in NFC. They were known to have a stacked defense. They was all right. So I feel like Kirk is in a situation where for his talents, he doesn't have a defense that's even halfway good enough. Halfway. Because the Vikings gonna go out and score. They might have a low scoring game here and there, but one thing they're gonna do, they're gonna go out and put some points up. What about the defense? Get that defensive coordinator out of there. Go get some linebackers. Go get some people who want to play defense. That's all. I mean, Kirk should leave. If I'm him, I'm leaving.
I was just gonna ask if it was you, what team you going to? Like, think about all the teams that could really use a quarterback right now.
They could use a quarterback. It's a lot of situations. They don't need a quarterback. If he goes and they put Brock Purdy 2 and him 1, come on now, that's a guaranteed Super Bowl win. I'm not gonna lie. But Brock Purdy cool. Yeah, my boy is straight. But let me think. I wouldn't say no, because I wouldn't say they'll go far, but they would look better. The Giants.
That's what I was thinking. Giants. And if Justin Jefferson is going wherever he go,
man, they already got Darren Waller.
Saquon,
Darren Waller. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and their defense is not bad.
Yeah, their defense could be playing better. They were better last year. They could be playing better, but they don't have a horrible defense. Like, once their defense gets to roll, because they had a shutout defense last season. But once they get that rolling, I was gonna say that. But I'm like,
nah. Only reason why I'm not gonna say that is because it's still up in the air about Aaron Rodgers.
And I'm like, he's that type of veteran guy who just went over there. So, you know what? Give me Washington. Go back to Washington. I bet you he ball. If we go back to Washington, I bet you he ball. Because he's already used to getting under pressure.
But if he go to Washington, what they going to do about Justin Jefferson? You know what I'm saying? Because they got a semi-decent wide receiving core.
Man, I'm getting rid of 2 of them guys, and I'm bringing in him with Scary Terry. Boy, that'd be illegal. Imagine him with Scary Terry.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Let's say, hypothetically, he don't stick with Kirk Cousins. What team you think he'll end up on?
He might well come on, Indiana. You feel me? That's good fool. You know, you might. I mean, he might well come to Indiana. He might well come to Indiana. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. We got a star young quarterback, star running back. We see he's staying. You receive. We already got another. We got decent receivers. Pittman. We got decent receivers go along. What am I? Tight end core is stout. Look at our defense. Our defense is balling. We got the leading linebacker in tackles in the NFL right now, but nobody's talking about it. I don't know why. Zaire Franklin, rude to the Bros. Like, nobody's talking about it, but yeah. Of course, I'm going to say the coach. The coach, or because it's not too many teams that really need, I would say, overly a number one where he could still have a chance at a title.
So, I saw some reports, and I don't know if it's just because you know, it's a lot of Bears talk going on. I saw people saying they brought up a whole clip of him talking about Justin Fields and how him being praised.
Oh my gosh!
Hold on. The thing is, the way that the Panthers are going, we're gonna have a top 3 pick,
right?
And with that pick, I'm getting Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would rather have Marvin Harrison Jr. on a rookie contract and then paying Justin Jefferson all this.
Oh, for sure. Okay, I thought this was going so well. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
So I saw some people say, "Oh yeah, I'll trade that pick for Justin Jefferson." Now, he's proven himself to be a raw wide receiver, probably one of the best wide receivers.
But no, we don't need him. And also,
it's
like,
I'm not. I feel like the combination of Darnell Mooney, DJ Moore, and Marvin Harrison Jr. is gonna be crazy.
That would be a whip. That's
gonna be crazy. So,
once Mooney found his groove again, I don't know what's going on. Like, Mooney got to shake the rust.
Yeah, he not fully 100%.
Yeah, even his routes, like they timing don't even seem like this. It's like they used to mesh. It's like now Mooney on this time, Fields on that time. They don't even seem like they got no type of mesh with each other no more. So yeah, hopefully they figure that out, especially going against a horrible Viking secondary.
Now, with us going into week 6, is it fair to say the 49ers are like the runaway to win the Super Bowl right now?
We do this every year. Don't jinx them. Like, I ain't going to lie. If Colts don't get it, I would hope the 49ers get it. But I can't even say that because we all know playoff ball is different. Like, playoff ball is rules different. You know, the speed of the game is different. So I'm not even going to say because it's easy to roll, especially the team like that. Don't get me wrong, they're stacked. Everybody says it when they justify Purdy, his weakness, whatever they can, But I feel like right now it's a little too early to tell because injuries set in as the season go on, and a lot of stuff goes into play. But if we're going off right now, yeah, if we was to like Super Bowl tomorrow, yes, but that's just not how it goes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, first. The Eagles are not at full strength on defense.
Yeah, they got one of the worst, and people ain't talking about that. They got one of the worst defenses in the league right now.
And still undefeated.
And it's crazy because you know why? You know what's going on? I'm noticing they have to put a lot more on Jalen Hurts' arm. With their defense playing like that, he be really having to go. Not saying last year he wasn't going off and hooping, but he had some games where
it's a different level now.
Yeah, some games he threw for 150, 170, ran the ball, but now he really got to go out there and hoop. Like, yeah, that's so. I feel like even
at least 200 yards every game.
Exactly, and I feel like that's why a lot of people feel like the Eagles' defense is not as fiery, but at the same time, they didn't have as much pressure on them low key last year than they did this year because their defense was clamping everything walking. Now y'all got to go earn y'all check a little bit more. No, not saying they wasn't hooping, but it's like a lot more where it's not. It can't be as easy when you know your defense can't stop that offense. So I know we got to score. It's more pressure.
No, for real. He talking about they got good food in Indiana. Out of all places.
Yeah, you know that.
Hell no. So we got some good matchups this upcoming week. I'm gonna start with college football first. The most enticing matchup I've seen. Oregon.
Everybody talking. Streets talking about it. I mean, tailgate is gonna be that day, so I'm gonna definitely have it on the phone playing. But bro, give me Michael Penix, bro. I'm just gonna give you my pick. I'm just gonna give you my out the gate. He doesn't give enough credit for how he hoops. It's always about the Caleb Williams, the Bo Nix, the Shedeur, and it's crazy. When he's healthy, he's been playing at this rate wherever he's at. When you look at his numbers, even when he's healthy, like he's never had a bad season ever. But people don't talk about it because he's been hurt. But bro, Michael Penix coming out party to the world. Because I was arguing with some guys. They talking about he'd be a 4th round pick or late 4th, late 3rd. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. When everybody talking about Shedeur could go number 2. Come on, like at least his numbers have been proven for years, but he can't be in the top 10. Hey,
he been hooping.
He's been hooping. Yeah.
And then the other game is USC versus Notre Dame. Now Notre Dame is coming off an upset against Louisville.
I don't know how
a lot of people lost some money to that. So Notre Dame is at home. What's your scouts on that?
Bro, I don't even know how Notre Dame is still ranked. They're 21. It's like, it's teams that could be.
I mean, because one of the losses was against Ohio State.
I get that, but you still have 2 losses. I feel all that, but how they be doing it, bro? You still got 2 losses. Like, at least be 25. They should be at least at the bottom because Louisville wasn't even ranked. Louisville, I mean. But give me, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If USC defense doesn't step up, they only have to play halfway good because Sam Hartman is all right, but he will make mistakes. I'm learning. He's gonna make mistakes. So if they come to play halfway decent, USC should get an easy dub. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, they always got Caleb Williams. And he gonna do what he gonna do.
Facts.
But what I noticed is, and this is a reoccurring thing. They defense just gives up points. I don't know what it is about the second half. They just give up points. Like they went into a triple overtime game against a team they should have won.
Oh yeah, that game was so good. I was up to 1:30 in the morning watching that game, bro. Like. That was some good football, though, you know, because it's always like that when the underdog is just written off, because that's it's in our mentality. They was probably looking even past them. They like, all right, we got to worry about Notre Dame coming up. Y'all go out there, don't do them too bad, and you feel me? Go out there and have fun. And they went out there
too far ahead.
Yeah, they went out there and had that mentality because Arizona was up on them for a minute. They was up on them. Like until like the end of the first half, they was up like double digits. So it's like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it's just that mentality. USC have to get humbled.
Does Colorado go 5-2?
Who?
Does Colorado go 5-2? They're playing against Stanford at home. And I think Travis Hunter is gonna be back. I know he was practicing, so he might be back.
If Stanford runs the ball, no, they're going to lose. Because that's one thing Arizona State, they made a mistake of doing. They low-key stopped running the ball. And they still was in the game. You think, but they still was in the game. So I'm not gonna lie. If they don't force it, just run the ball well. If they can't run the ball well, oh yeah, Stanford gonna win. And that's one thing. The Colorado defense is weak up front. And teams are low-key, teams be exposing that. Like, they can't get off the field. It's a 3rd down and 2 or 3. Y'all can't get off the field. They just gonna run it down your throat. So I like Stanford, but of course I want to believe. Of course I want Colorado to win, but you never know what. And I don't think Travis Hunter gonna change the game outcome too much anyway.
I think the thing is if that rookie wide receiver Miller gets more time.
Yeah, he should.
So I was semi-paying attention to the Colorado and ASU game, and yeah, the offense just wasn't looking like how it looked against USC.
Yeah.
So what they need to do is whatever Coach Prime said to them at halftime of that game, start the game off with
the game off like they need
start the game off with.
And I noticed, Colorado starts off slow. If they need to come out swinging, like show people that y'all can be aggressive. Like
they only did that against TCU.
Yep. Like they low key start off slow. Like they wear you again those big plays, but at the same time, just get it rolling early so you take a little bit of pressure off the struggling defense. You know your defense is struggling because man, Shiloh, everybody want to hype him up. When that boy kept getting trucked. He kept getting ran over. They need to do tackling drills this week. The whole secondary. That was ridiculous.
They don't even wrap up. They lower shoulders.
They do that. Yeah. They do Instagram tackling. Like that's why I'm like a lot of them is soft. Like you could tell because it's like you almost trying to avoid contact. You trying to get the less contact possible. Boy, if you don't wrap up, that defense they can't tackle. So it's like you can't get off the field. Hey.
Yeah. Nate made some comments. I guess going back to your statement about the Eagles defense, he said it's not the worst defense, it's the worst secondary. We just had a lot of injuries. D-line still getting there, and Jalen Carter is defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I meant secondary, more or less a secondary. But also, it's hard to say just the secondary when teams notice that and just get to throwing the ball the whole game. So it's like it turns into, all right, the pressure's getting there, but can't be getting there quick enough because the quarterbacks are airing y'all out. It's crazy because Mac Jones had a decent game against the Eagles, somewhat. He's been horrible, so that kind of says a lot about the Eagles secondary.
Yeah, that is true. We got an interesting slate coming up for this week 6. Start with the Thursday game. We got the Broncos and the Chiefs. Got the Chiefs. Bro, Chiefs winning easily.
They should start. They say they can start flexing games. They need to give us another Thursday game.
Yeah, because they got I think the spread last time I checked was -7.5.
Oh, actually, speaking on that game, there's some anguish going on in Denver. They're trying to say they're trying to get packages for Jerry Jeudy and Sutton. Those comments they said.
I've noticed they haven't really been using Sutton this year.
Yeah, they're looking to part ways, and they said the only reason they keeping Russ, it sounds like, because nobody's going to match that contract. Yeah. That was like the wildest contract of NFL history.
I still don't know why they did.
One of the wildest, huh?
I still don't know why they did that.
Yeah, but yeah, I would say, of course, KC, Travis Kelce might not play, but knowing him, he's going to play. They like to hype it up for him. Just so he can come out and seem like Superman.
The Swifties.
Yeah, that's because they saying he was that questionable play because he didn't even practice today or was limited or something like that. So, of course, Denver.
I don't think Denver winning that, especially with them being on the road. Their defense hasn't been good, and they just got rid of somebody. Didn't he go to the 49ers? Randall Gregory.
Gregory, yep, went to the 49ers.
49ers not fair, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's not fair.
Real team.
I guess this is a London game.
Yeah.
The Ravens and the Titans.
Yeah, morning.
Man, look. Ravens blew me this week.
Nobody want to talk about Lamar. Lamar made some crucial mistakes at the end of the game. He made some big mistakes. We can talk about the drops and the receivers not catching.
And I was going to say that.
But
Because
at the same time,
it's basically similar to that whole Broncos and Bears game. Like Justin Fields was playing his ass off. The defense wasn't showing up when they were supposed to, gave up a 21-point lead, and those two fucking turnovers that Justin Fields had, that's what everybody want to talk about. Same thing with this Lamar Jackson and the Steelers.
man, nobody mentioned those turnovers. Everybody been talking about the receivers. I haven't seen anybody for real on generalizing it. I haven't seen nobody talk about them big mistakes. It's been more about the receivers.
Shady was talking about that.
Yeah, because Shady gonna keep it real
to an extent.
He got, I feel you. But it's like a lot of people swept that under the rug.
Yeah, nah.
To the Steelers though, bro. Like
Steelers always had a number for some reason, regardless of who they.
Yeah, bro. Like they could just be losing to everybody and just beat them. Like in a rough, it's always a rough defensive game and low scoring. It's like to the Steelers though. Kenny Pickett was playing horrible. Like he had one good drive at the end, that bomb to Pickens. But I watched that game. He was playing horrible. Like Pittsburgh, they're gonna have to figure out something with that quarterback situation because I used to like Pickens.
They need to get rid of the OC too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he might need to just be with a new OC because he had glare moments of goodness, but like he regressing. Terry, he looked better last season as a rookie.
So do the Ravens bounce back this week against the Titans and wonder?
Ooh, I don't know. That's gonna be a tough game. Lamar's gonna have to throw the ball.
Yeah, the spread is at -4 right now.
Who favorite?
The Ravens, but not by much. It's -198 and +166.
Oh, that's good enough. Yeah, okay. I mean, the Ravens should win. It's just it's gonna have to be a lot on Lamar's arm, all that running it. They got to get Odell more involved too. I noticed that. They got to.
He ain't been fully healthy.
Man, he ain't always, bro. He got 18 million, bro. You go out there and figure something out. I don't care.
It's supposed to be your proof.
18 million for like 1 year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Come on now. We thought we was gonna go get a ring. You better come out and do it. All them his ankle, his neck hurts. It's always someone Odell. Like I bet you, if he doesn't do, nobody will sign you again because you always hurt, bro. You always hurt. Like when I saw that, I'm like. Nobody
said we got fooled by that one-handed catch he had back when he was on the
man.
He ain't really good.
Literally, body been glass ever since. Like I don't know what's to him.
We got the 49ers against the Browns on the road.
Watson out.
Watson out. Yeah, their defense has been good, but I mean, again, we talking about the 49ers, and they just. I feel like
they can find a way to expose that defense. I like it's gonna be a test for Purdy to because if I feel like Purdy slices them up, it should be some type of question about okay, he might be actually decent. All right, because that's one of the top defenses in the league right now. So if Purdy can maneuver through there, we should have conversations like he
I feel like that conversation should have been started after this last game, though. To be
exactly,
honest.
I don't know. He'll never get the credit. So maybe if he goes and hoops on the best defense in the league right now, people will respect him.
You know, people try to say it's the system. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a great system, and the fact that he has all the weapons that he has, it was just like an easy thing to fall into.
Yeah,
but you gotta give him credit. Like regardless of the system, you still gotta go out there and ball.
Yeah, right. I still have, and that's my point. I'm like, y'all don't understand. He still has to have the arm strength. He still has to have the IQ. He still it's like a thing of. Yeah, and I'm like, I feel like we're in a day and age where we're so used to young quarterbacks coming out the draft to bad situations. We're so used to quarterbacks coming out the draft and having to be in messed up situations or have decent situations. So when we have a quarterback that's actually in a good situation, it's taken for granted. Like there's nothing wrong with being in a good situation as a rookie. Like,
yeah, I feel like he should be in the talks right now for the MVP.
He is. Yeah, he in the top 10 for the favorites.
He should be top 3, in my opinion. Just the way he's been playing, bro. Like
he just as long as he's on the team with McCaffrey, I don't think he'd get that high.
That's also true. Yeah, that's a good point. The Commanders versus the Falcons. Falcons are coming off an ugly win, but they got the win against the Texans. Commanders obviously coming off that $20 holla that they got from my Bears. I think Sam Howell bounced back this game. Though he almost threw for 400 yards on us, but that wasn't enough.
That was a lot of
Uh,
garbage time too. That's when they had. It was acting
yeah,
like prove a point at the end of the game. I don't know what the point of that was. Yeah.
yeah. So I think he has the bounce back game this week because the Commanders they just came out very lax against us. I mean that ain't on.
They didn't expect. Yeah, they didn't expect that at all. They didn't expect that at all. They got hit by a train.
I think like what the first 2 plays were like deep shots.
Yeah, they probably
they like, oh, this what y'all finna be on.
Yeah, they probably come out, run the ball, screen. No, that's what they. Yeah.
Nope.
Have Forrest was probably crying again on the sideline.
Yeah. They got the spread at -2.5. They got the Falcons as a favorite right now, but it literally can go any way. It's like -134
I like
and +114.
Yeah,
I like the Commanders too.
Yeah, I like the Commanders.
Got the Dolphins versus the Panthers. Panthers lose.
Of course. You just skip that.
They got the money line for the Dolphins is -950, bro.
Bro, literally, Panthers go 0-6 after this game.
But I will say they did lose Achane, they running back.
Yeah.
He
was more the scat back though. He was more the scat back. So like on traditional run packages, he wasn't. They still got Mostert. He was like a chain. His yards come from this big runs. He had like 3 carries for like 100 yards at first. Then he bust another one. Like that, it was like he didn't have that many carries.
Nah, facts, bro. Especially on Justin Fields. Like I don't know what he be on with Justin. Like I get it. Justin has only won 6 games as a professional, but think about the teams he's been on, bro. Like let's be real. Like I don't think he's taking any of that into consideration. But I digress from that. I guess we got to go back to it because the next game is the Bears and the Vikings. The Bears are.
Oh, I don't know, man. If the Bears can play like they've been playing, they should win.
And they got them as the underdog plus 126.
And they're gonna be in Chicago. I was like, that's especially that says a lot because like the books, maybe they just trying to see like, we gonna see if they're gonna really hurt us because the Vikings are 1-4, just lost their best player, and the Bears are at home and they've been hooping. Why are the Vikings I feel like I don't know if it's a trap, but yeah, I'll take the Bears. Against that Vikings defense, bro, the Commanders, I can respectfully say they had a better defense than the Vikings.
Yeah, they D-line was crazy.
So look what they just and y'all that's ridiculous. I feel like that's a trap or something.
Take the plus 120. What is it? 126 money line on the Bears. Especially with Justin Jefferson being out, and I see a report that Jordan Addison had limited practice.
What? I replaced him in my lineup. He was my backup. He's my backup for Jettas. Dang. I knew his usage was going to go up. Questionable, yo. You're right. Questionable.
It's questionable. But it's still time. It's just Wednesday. It's still Wednesday,
bro. I don't have another receiver, bro. Here's my other fantasy. I don't have another receiver on my bench. Like, who else do I use? I got Hollywood Brown. I got Hollywood Brown and Smith and Jigma. Who you taking?
Hollywood probably.
That's what I'm saying. But they got a question on about his. It's that time of the season, though. All the injuries start to roll in.
If he's questionable, I'll pick up Mike Wilson, the other wide receiver, the rookie wide receiver from the Cardinals, because Dobbs been rocking with him. So I'll pick him up.
Now, would I be crazy to pick up Jameson Williams off of waivers?
No. I'm surprised that he's still a free agent because next week he's playing.
Yeah,
not next week because the Lions got a bye this week. So the week after that.
Oh,
they play the Ravens next week.
Okay, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah.
The Lions don't got a bye this week.
Yes, they do.
They play the Buccaneers.
No. I'm tripping.
They play the Buccaneers.
I'm tripping. Let's talk about that one. We got 2-1 loss teams. Bucks at home. I personally
Lions.
I personally would want the Bucks to win.
Of course, yeah.
just because with the way that I think the Bears are going to start playing, and with the injuries that we've had and people coming back off of IR, I feel like we're going to start going on an actual win streak because these next couple of games are very winnable. So yeah, I need that gap to close because if we win this game Sunday, we'll be in second.
Well, how long is the win streak gonna be?
That's a great question. So we got one already. The Vikings, I feel like that's a dub. We got the Raiders after that. I feel like that's going to be a dub too. Both games are at home. And then the next game after that is the Chargers. That one is in question. The Chargers defense hasn't really been good.
Yeah, it wasn't. Their secondary wasn't good last year.
Right. So Justin Fields can air it out on them. If the offensive line plays like they did against the Commanders front four against Bosa and Mac, we should be straight.
Yeah. Mac home.
It can go from I see 3 or 4 right now. I'm gonna say 3 or 4, including the Commanders game. We got the Colts versus the Jags on the road.
We play the Jags again.
Yeah, y'all play.
Yeah, I know, but it's like
I didn't think it was gonna be this early.
Yeah, they do it early, bro. We just played them not too long ago. Yeah. Minshew Mania. We the Colts. Minshew Mania.
Yeah, they got the Jags at -210
for the cool.
The Jags, they -210.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. When teams like it sound crazy, but I feel like most Colts fans can relate to this. When AR, whenever he's playing or whenever he gets hurt, we be more on some like y'all don't want him to get hurt because low key our backup quarterback. If we put our backup quarterback in, we're for sure.
Y'all got the best quarterback. Best
we for sure. Like we put our backup because he's more a traditional quarterback. So he got Steichen calling. Like, bro, if we put our original, come on now, we really gonna win. So yeah, I like the Colts. We stunned them once, we can stun them again.
Well, y'all lost that first game, but it was close. Yeah. I say y'all lost the first game, but it was close.
Yeah.
It just kind of depends on the Trevor Lawrence that we get.
Yeah, for sure. Because he was hooping against the Bills.
That's really gonna be the deciding factor. Like if he does what he did against the Bills against y'all, then yeah, it's cooked. But I think it's gonna be a good game. I don't know. I'll probably take the spread of +4.5.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I'll take
that.
Yeah.
We got the Texans versus the Saints. Texans at home, underdogs +106, -124 for the Saints. I'm taking the Texans. I'm not.
That's good value. Yeah, that's good value for the Texans.
Yeah, they got the spread at 1.5.
Okay.
Yeah, nah. First of all, hold on. Tell me, if I put a Bears jersey, I got some Bears gear on, or some type of Chicago gear on. Yeah, they didn't tick me off these first couple of weeks, but I'm always riding with my squad. Y'all know that, man. Stop playing with me. We got Seahawks versus the Bengals.
That should be a good one. That's a 3 o'clock.
No. That's another noon game.
That should have been a 3 o'clock game. Yeah, that's decent.
The Bengals at home. They got the spread at 3. I don't know. I don't want to. The thing is, I don't want to feel like this game against the Cardinals was a fluke. Because Jamar Chase had 3 touchdowns against
he had like 150
defense.
How many? He had like 157, 107. He had a lot of receiving yards.
Yeah, and he posted a picture. He posted a picture of a 7-Eleven after the game. Instead, I'm always open. Just throw the ball. I'm not
always open. I'm always open.
Hey, no, the Seahawks defense is actually really decent.
Yeah.
They really decent. So I feel like they're going to cause some problems.
They decent now that they got their pieces back. But going into the game against the Giants, their secondary was like 31 in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Devo. So yeah, like Everton, like Witherspoon's back. We got Woolen in the action. They have Adams. I don't know if he's playing this game. they were starting into full potential, but their defense hasn't been good. They run defense was like top 10 though. They run defense was.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to throw. Bengals are gonna have to throw the ball.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm probably gonna lay off for that game. It's
who +3?
Seahawks. Yeah, Seahawks +3. So I don't know if I'm gonna touch that.
That ain't bad. It's like
they got the over under at 45.5.
Oh, I like the over. I like the over.
Like the over.
I like the over.
Then you got the Patriots and the Raiders. Raiders got an ugly win against the Packers. Shout out to them for that though. Mac Jones is just not good.
He got benched 2 games in a row, and they still gonna ride with him. Belichick, he about to lose his job.
You know, I was having a conversation with a coworker the other day, and he's a Patriots fan. Not I'm like, do you feel like they are gonna get rid of Belichick? He like, nah, Belichick gonna leave on his own time. Man, I'm just thinking like
they trajectory
that
the sources coming out. Yeah, the sources coming out just saying like they not opposed to getting rid of him. Because like you didn't bench him twice just to put him as a starter again. Like I don't get that concept. And this is not the first season he did that. He did that numerous times where he will bench him to just put him back to starters. Like is you putting fear in him? I don't know. Like that doesn't make sense. If that's your guy, you got to ride with your guy. Good, bad, you got to ride with. Especially if you're not gonna make the backup. You even have a fighting chance. Like what do you have him go out there to prove?
Yeah. That is true. I don't know. I'm probably gonna take the Raiders with that one.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Raiders at -3. That's an ugly game. What's
the line at? The line at like 32.5, huh?
41.
Oh, that's low.
41.5. You taking that?
I don't like over on that. I don't like unders, but man, I would take the over. I'll tell you that much. I don't like unders, but I would not take the over.
The thing is, the Raiders just don't be putting up points,
bro. They just, that's what I'm like. They don't score,
and the Patriots just lost 34-0 to the Saints.
That's why it's so low. That's why it's so low. That's like, that's a nasty game. I see that game being 10-3 Raiders.
No, facts. Well, what did they beat the what was it? 17-13 against the Packers.
Packers. Yeah, that under overhead.
Yeah. The Rams versus the Cardinals. I think the Rams win that easily.
Rams.
They got Cooper Kupp back. I ain't
gonna say like I told my brother. I never say easy when it comes to those division games.
That's true.
So it's really because it's like for some reason I don't care how weak the other team be. When them divisional games be, look, we just talking about that with the Raiders in Pittsburgh. Like it's always, I don't care. The Ravens could have been undefeated, but once they see the Pittsburgh who ain't won a game all season, it's like always a shootout. It's like it's always a shootout. So it's like
we want you to lose.
Yeah, like literally. So I'm just I would say of course the Rams, but I don't know. I can see this being a good one. I don't know why I got a feeling.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good one. Ultimately, I still would take the Rams money line, especially with them at home.
What's the line name?
-330.
That ain't too bad. That's actually not too bad.
Yeah, -330. 7 is the spread. The over/under is 48.5. Yeah, I'll probably take the Rams money line on that. Then we got the Eagles on the road against the Jets. They're coming off a win against the Denver Broncos. I mean, that ain't really saying too much, but
literally, Zach Wilson didn't really have a good game. He's
bounce back week.
Literally, of course, he's gonna regress. He had a good game against the Chiefs. Then play the Broncos and regress. So I decide. Does he have a good game? I don't know. Like.
Nate brought it up earlier. That defensive line of the Eagles is crazy, and the O line for the Jets is not really
horrible. Yeah, so
they're gonna be real reliant on Zach Wilson's arm, and the question is, what Zach Wilson are you getting? You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like the Jets secondary is going to step up. Is Reed coming back?
That I don't know.
Because they're gonna need him.
I don't think so because they got the line at 7. Plus 265 Jets underdog, and then the line is at 41.
Yeah, defensive game. That's what I'm saying. That secondary gonna step up because I already know the Eagles might not be able to run on them, but it's just that secondary. Like they got them weapons, and they gonna try Sauce. I know they're gonna try them. You feel me? So that secondary gotta have a big game.
Yeah.
But we know it's like offense can't get nothing going, so Eagles all the way.
Hey Nate, what's going on with the secondary? Like, is Bradbury coming back anytime soon? Like, is he supposed to be back this week? I think that'll play a factor in this game. I mean, I still think that the Eagles win, but it's just about what type of fashion that win is going to look like.
Yeah.
Then we got a terrible Sunday night game.
Man,
Buffalo Bills versus the Giants. Bro, the spread is at 14.
Giants, but no, Daniel Jones not playing either.
He's getting before that he was getting exposed.
Yeah, I'm not saying that makes it any better, but it's like they got Tyrod Taylor. I mean, I don't know.
Hey,
he said he was waiting for his Geno, like he wanted his Geno time. So maybe this is Geno time that he was waiting for. I don't want to watch that.
So do you take the plus 14?
Bro, it's not even gonna be no props to bet. No, I don't take plus 14. I don't lay that many points on no team. Like unless it's probably like college because they win like that. Of course, it wouldn't be a bad bet, but I just wouldn't lay that many points on the team because depending on the situation, people take the gas off their foot off the gas. You know, NFL is way different. Bills, they are a team that will let it go, but like a lot of times, especially with the Giants situation, I don't know if I can just see them second half just overly trying to run it up. Like, nah.
Yeah. And then I guess you could say this is potentially the game of the week on the Cowboys versus the Chargers.
Yeah, I would have rather saw that Sunday, but they ain't gonna get Dallas 2 Sundays back to back. They should have moved that to Sunday and moved that Giants Bills game to Monday. Nobody would have complained. I promise you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could have even made the Ravens and the Titans game the Sunday night game. If we're being honest.
Oh, and move that game. But then again, the Bills just came from London. They can't send them back to London. Remember they played the Jags there.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn, man. Put their ass on them 12 o'clock games. I don't know, bro, because that ain't cool. But they got them options. Hopefully they get enough petitions to try to do it. Especially if not saying Daniel Jones is a factor. The starting quarterback not playing. Saquon, who knows if he comes back this week. So it's like, bro, that literally should be illegal. It's no point even, that should be illegal.
The Buffalo Bills money line is minus 900.
Only team that got him beat is probably Miami.
Yeah.
And
then the Cowboys versus the Chargers. The spread is at 2.5. Cowboys are a favorite, but literally not by much. It's minus 132, plus 112 for the Chargers, and then 50.5 is the.
Because they respect a lot of scoring. Also, it's the thing with Justin Herbert, it's his hand, so
yeah.
But Eckler back, so I might depending on how Eckler the updates come, I might do some Eckler props that game because he definitely
anytime touchdown Eckler,
something like that. It depends if the odds decent because he gonna get some work in.
Yeah,
especially with Herbert's hand.
Try to take some of the pressure off of them, like the Bengals been trying to do with Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but it's like his is worse because it's on his throwing hand.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually the hand he threw with, so we're gonna see.
Yeah, I'll still call. That's a question for you.
Our bird game, no, they don't, bro. They don't. It's a lot of stuff they don't do no more. It's horrible. Recipes were lost.
Nah, that's terrible. I mean, on the bird side, I got a field now.
Yeah,
it had your own field when I was there.
No, that's the park field. We don't play that. JV do, but it's like we can't have no real games. So it's like it's not our field.
Dang. So what's your favorite picks for the week?
Let me see. I pull up my sheet. Let me get. I like Eckler anytime touchdown, depending on the odds. But give me Washington for Sunday game. Give me Washington plus 114. Give me Colts plus 4.5. Give me Bengals minus 146. And I like the over in the Lions and Bucks game, over 43.5.
Okay. I like the Colts plus 176.
Ooh.
I like the Texans plus 106. I like the Bears plus 126.
Staying away
And then
from
and then I like I don't know. I like the Bucks plus 3. Yeah, I like the Bucks plus 3. I think that one.
People hammering a minus 3. That's already minus 120, so it's probably gonna go to 4.
Mm-hmm.
It might be.
I mean,
it might be 3.5, 4 by the time Sunday comes. So yeah, ain't too bad. I mean, I would wait because it's probably gonna bump up for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see. I'll probably finalize stuff after this last injury report comes out. What is it? Saturday or Friday? One of those days.
Mm-hmm.
I'll finalize stuff then. But I mean that's it for football. Basketball right around the corner. Around the corner. Any early projections?
Man, I got to do some research. I ain't that deep into basketball, so I got to do some research. I'm gonna try to tune in this season, but I got to do some research.
So right now, I think I saw a sportscast basically saying that their favorites to make it to the finals is Denver and Milwaukee. Now that Dame is on Milwaukee with Giannis.
Yeah.
I think they kind of played it safe with their picks. I was having a debate with the guys in the group chat, and basically I feel like we all kind of agreed on it's 4 teams in each conference that's like easily contenders for a championship. So for the West, we said the Lakers, Warriors, never count out the Warriors, Denver, and who am I missing right now? Lakers, Warriors, Denver. Dang, who am I missing? Oh, the Suns. And the only reason why the Suns is because Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker.
Yeah.
They bench don't really look too crazy to me, but we'll see. And then for the East, we got obviously Milwaukee, Boston, Miami can never count them out, and then Philly.
Definitely can't. You said Philly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Only reason why is because Joel Embiid is always going to be a dog. It just kind of depends on the whole situation with James Harden. Like, is he going to end up getting traded to the Clippers? We never know. So we'll see though. But yeah, we'll dive deep into NBA season once it gets closer.
For sure. Some more research.
But right now, football is
literally
life. Football is life right now.
Definitely.
But any closing remarks before we get up out of here, my boy?
None. No, I got too much.
Hey, thanks again for y'all that tuned in to another episode of the Fourth Quarter Podcast. And bear down. You know what time it is.